dozens and dozens of people that are here together, building relationships with each other, getting to know each other, putting our LinkedIn in the chat, talking about what we do for a living. The fastest way to get a referral is to train people to know what you do for a living. And one of the ways to do that is to leave comments on posts on LinkedIn. So Scott asked me, how do we get people here? And it might be hard for someone to kind of find this and log in. So what I did was I put this video right now for you, Scott, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and our LinkedIn. So we're live now. Okay, I just went live just for Scott so that he could send people to my LinkedIn page. My LinkedIn page is joelinkedin.com. I want everyone to go to joelinkedin.com for just a moment and see if the live exists. See if you can find the live of this website. I'm going to do it myself just to kind of see if I can find it. See if the live is actually there. See if we're live. And then I want you to go and leave a comment on the post with one sentence of who is your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? So go ahead, go to the comments of my post. I'm going to put a link also in the chat to make it really, really easy in case you don't know how to spell joelinkedin.com. I'm going to go into the chat box right now. I'm going to put in my recent posts. Go to my recent posts, and right from there, give it a like. Give it a like right now because you're on there. Give it a like, and then leave a comment with my ideal client is. So I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to pop it on here, and I'm going to say the following. My ideal client is a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur that wants more referrals from LinkedIn. Think of sales trainers, recruiters, business coaches, people that need to build relationships to grow their business. And the best thing they can do is go to footprintaudit.com to get a free audit of their LinkedIn profile. Okay, I just said that, and all that was typed up for me, and I went ahead and then I posted it as a comment under my LinkedIn Live. You see that? My ideal client is a coach, consultant, entrepreneur that wants more referrals from LinkedIn. Think of sales trainers, recruiters, business coaches, and people that need to build relationships to grow their business. The best thing they can do is go to footprintaudit.com and get a free audit of their LinkedIn profile. Okay, what did I do there? Two things. Number one is I just read that out loud for everyone listening on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, everyone to read that. I left a comment on my own post, which created engagement on my own post. But then I gave the opportunity for you to understand how you can frame your own comment and your own sentence to do two things. Number one is educate people on who you're looking to meet, who your ideal clients are, and also give you the opportunity to put a lead magnet in there for what step you want those people to take. Because if there's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people in the room right now, and they're all watching that comment base under the live, and then 1,000 people will also watch that in the next hour, because that's what happens on LinkedIn. When everybody comments on something, when you get a dozen, 2 dozen comments on something, 1,000 people see it minutes after it's posted. It goes into a special place. There was a woman that I recently met who I'm networking with who walked me into a massive insurance company, an insurance company that spent over $100,000 in business. And I asked her, I said, where did we meet? You know what she said? She said, I went to LinkedIn.com. I clicked on events. There's a section called events. And she looked for a LinkedIn event. And then my LinkedIn Live showed up as an event because that's what LinkedIn Live is. LinkedIn Live is a LinkedIn event. And then she decided to watch my LinkedIn Live, and she was tantalized, she said. That's what the word she used. She was tantalized because she loves networking and relationship building, and she's like, oh, my God, you figured it out. You figured out how to do this. And she became a client. She signed up to Evie AI Pro. But then we became friends because that's what I do with my clients. You know, I get to know them, build a relationship with them, figure out how to refer business to them, give them strategy, help them out. And then she's like, if you didn't do your events, if you didn't do your LinkedIn Lives, I would have never found you. You know what I mean? That one relationship was because I went live on LinkedIn. So learning how to go live on LinkedIn is something we teach our clients. We teach Rick Clody how to do it. We teach Bobby how to do it. Bobby's our client. Rick Clody's our client. Lance is our client. We teach them how to do that. So if you want to learn how to be able to earn and to get referrals on LinkedIn, just write, I want to learn LinkedIn in the chat. I'm curious to know who wants to learn LinkedIn here. We're going to teach some other additional things that you need to be doing today. And if you want to learn exactly how to do it, we meet every day, twice a day on Zoom. Our clients meet and we help them be able to succeed. But you have to be able to want to make enough money. Meaning, if you're the type of person who only wants to make $500 a year, We can't help you. That's not something we could help you with. But if you want to make $100,000 in profit or 100K plus, put that in the chat. Write 100K plus in the chat. I'm going to write 100K plus in the chat. Let me see if I can put NL 100K plus in the chat. I want everybody to put 100K plus in the chat if that's something that you're interested in earning. If you're interested in earning 100K plus, put it in the chat. If you want to earn more, go ahead, put in earn more. It doesn't matter to me how much you want to earn, but put 100K plus in the chat. This is very important. Networking. Here's another thing about networking that most people don't realize. Networking is about connecting and about giving. So if I join a group, for example, I recently joined a new networking group, and in the networking group, they have 180 members. I went to the recent Zoom that they were at. They had 42 members on the Zoom. They did breakout rooms, so you couldn't meet all the members. But what did I do to stand out in the networking group? So I did two things. Number one is I got everybody's LinkedIn profiles. So I took a screenshot of the Zoom. You guys want me to show you how to take a screenshot of a Zoom? It's really easy to take a screenshot of a Zoom. So watch this. I'm going to take a screenshot of my Zoom right now. I'm going to take two screenshots. Actually, I'll take one just for now. I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to show you something very, very interesting. Guys, watch my screen. Take a moment and watch my screen right now. Do you guys see my screen? Let me go into this window here. Where is this window here? Okay. Watch my screen for, oh, here it is. Here's the window. Okay, so I found it. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to pull this out for a second. Do you guys see my screen now? I'm going to open up EviAI. So this is our website, EviAI, okay? Can you guys see my screen? Does it say EviAI on it? Okay, good. I'm going to press login. And by the way, all of you should have an account with EviAI. If you don't have one, create one. And then on the left side, you click, see where it says content? Click on content. Then you click on image to text. You see that? So this is exactly what I did. I pasted a picture of the Zoom meeting of the participants. There were 42 people in the room. I posted a picture. And then I clicked over here. Do you see this? Pull all names from the Zoom screenshot into a numbered list. Do you see that? I clicked on that and I pressed generate. And what this did was it took the image of the Zoom participants and EviAI made you a numbered list of all the people. You see? Now, once I have this, I can select anyone's name. I can highlight anyone's name. I can right-click on their name. And then EviAI has something called search for this person on LinkedIn. Do you see that? The little purple button? So if I want to find Joe Mitchell on LinkedIn, who's a client of mine, right? Joe Mitchell's a client. I'm going to press Joe Mitchell. I'll be like, wow, he's an estate planning attorney. By the way, who wants to meet Joe Mitchell? Say, I want to meet Joe in the chat. Who wants to meet a successful lawyer turned monk, turned burnout coach for lawyers, turned estate planning attorney who's on a journey to help people be able to have legacy in their life. Amazing guy. Just an amazing guy in Philadelphia. Very, very successful. So if you want to meet Joe, say, I want to meet Joe. And one of the things that I do is right away, as soon as I find a profile from someone, so this is what I did. I clicked on the EviAI side panel extension. It opened up right on the side. And then I saved them into a list. You see that? I saved them into EviAI Pro January. I'm also going to write that he is a Conversation 2026. I'm also going to put him as a referral partner. You see that? Referral partner. He's a referral partner. I tagged him, all these things. But I don't have his contact information inside EviAI, so how do I get it? Well, if you click on contact info right within LinkedIn, you'll notice he has his cell phone number, his email address, his birthday, everything's there, right? So I just have to add this as a note into EviAI. And then when I press enrich from the notes, it pulls all the notes and puts his email address, his phone number, everything into my CRM. I use Go High Level. So I push it right into Go High Level or HubSpot or whatever you use. By the way, in the chat, tell me, what do you want? What is your CRM of choice? In the chat, tell me your CRM of choice. But do you see the way that Joe Mitchell's information was sent to my CRM? It went into Go High Level. So you could easily connect EviAI into Go High Level and then push contact information from LinkedIn. Totally legit. There's nothing scraped about it. You saw me copy and paste it, right? But instead of me putting each thing into each field into Go High Level, It's a whole pain in the butt. Evie AI does it quick. If you want to push it to another CRM, you could push it with Make.com or with Zapier, and you could hit send to webhook, and it'll go right into Zapier. Like I have Zapier push people's contact information into my Google contacts. I have Make.com do it. So if you need to learn how to do that, we can teach you how to do that. It's really easy to set up a webhook inside Make.com for free with a free Make.com account and push it from Evie AI, from LinkedIn, into there. But referring, business, getting referrals, you have to be referable. You have to be referable. That means it needs to be easy to get referred. So for example, I'm going to make it very, very simple for you. I want to meet sales trainers. I want to meet recruiters, and I want to meet business coaches. I made it simple for you, right? Who here knows a recruiter? In the chat, say, I know a recruiter, if you know a recruiter. In the chat, right? I know a recruiter. Who here knows a recruiter? Curious to know. Now, if you're watching this live on LinkedIn, Rick knows a recruiter. Awesome. I am a recruiter, somebody wrote. Lance said, I am a recruiter. I love that. Guys, if you're a recruiter, right? I am a recruiter. If you know a recruiter, say, I know a recruiter. I want to meet recruiters. Why do I want to meet recruiters? Because recruiters have to use LinkedIn. They have to. And I make you save 4 hours a day using LinkedIn. I make it really, really easy to use LinkedIn. I make it really, really easy to use LinkedIn. Super easy. So if you're here, you're live with me, and you want to be able to leverage LinkedIn more effectively, there are 4 things that most people are missing. Number 1 is strategy. Number 2 is community. Number 3 is training. And number 4 is technology. Those are the 4 things that you're missing. If you want to get more referrals, you need the right strategy. Part of your strategy is getting a business networking one-sheet. And we build these business networking one-sheets for our clients. I get so many referrals just because people read my one-sheet. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to open up my one-sheet. It's right on my featured posts on LinkedIn. And my one-sheet makes it really easy for people to refer me. Why? Why? Because I make it very clear who I'm looking to meet. I make it very, very clear who I'm looking to meet. Do you guys see? This is my business networking one-sheet. If you want this one-sheet made for you, right? I want a one-sheet in the chat. We make this one-sheet for all of our Bundle Plus clients. And you can go read it, check it out, rip off and duplicate it, but we'll do this entire one-sheet for you so you don't have to do it yourself. So if you want a one-sheet, just let us know you want it. All of our clients get a one-sheet. Anybody that signs up to the Bundle Plus gets a one-sheet created for them so they don't have to sit there and suffer through figuring out, okay, how do I get myself... You want, if you're in BNI, for example, Jeff Mosel, he's in BNI, okay? He wants a one-sheet. So I make it really easy for Jeff to get a one-sheet. We're going to sit down and create a one-sheet for Jeff Mosel. So we're going to go to Jeff, M-O-S-A-L, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to download his LinkedIn profile. Makes it really, really easy to download his LinkedIn profile. You see that? I'm going to download his LinkedIn profile. Then I'm going to go into our community. We have a school community. Have you guys ever heard of School? It's very popular. There's over 1 million people that are using School, over 100,000 communities. And I'm going to type in one-sheet inside our private School community. And then I'm going to click on one-sheet replay. And then I'm going to click on this little button over here. And this is going to take me into a place that allows me to be able to create a one-sheet. And I'm going to say, please create a business networking one-sheet. Okay, and I press go. And what's going to happen is it's going to take this profile here, and it's going to convert this profile into a business networking one-sheet for Jeff. And then we're going to send him a template. You see that? It's going to build it out. Please just build it out and use templates. Okay, and it's going to go ahead and build the whole thing out. And then once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and send it to Jeff, and Jeff's going to have a business networking one-sheet done for him. Now, the beauty is that usually it would take a designer and a developer and a content strategist to do the whole thing, but we'll sit down and build the whole thing out for you in just minutes, and the whole thing will get done. And then we have a template that we give him inside our community where it turns it all into magically beautiful design. That is the beauty of Evie AI. Getting an assistant makes life networking so much easier. It makes life literally so much easier. One of the things that I like to do to stay top of mind with people is generate comments on their posts. It's one of the things I love to do. So, for example, for Joe, I click on this little button that says get his quick link right here on the side. And then I click on like. And then Evie AI, when I'm in the comment box, I can leave a comment under his post. You see that? And it leaves a quote with a Jim Rohn quote. And I press comment. Can you guys see this? I just left a comment under his post. Robin says, Joe asked me to put a comment, but I'll put it here too. My ideal client is a high net worth diver and an enthusiast. Now, Evie AI is very, very powerful because with Evie AI, you can check this out. Look what you can do. You can click on agent, find me CEOs with the word diver in their headline. And let's see if we can find all the CEOs that are divers on LinkedIn. In the meantime, I'm going to see your business networking one sheet's done. Do you see that, Jeff? Here's his current projects, Jeff Mosel Photography. Who he wants to meet, event planners, meeting professionals, business owners. How to introduce Jeff. His skills, experience, and passions. Everything is done for Jeff. Everything is already done for him. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to send him this business networking one sheet that he can then modify, optimize, and it's basically done. Jeff, we did it for you because Jeff is a client. Now there's 2,467 people with the word diver in their headline on LinkedIn. We have to go through these and identify how many of them are actually divers or scuba divers. And what we could also do is Evie AI has a new capability that we're about to roll out. When our developer comes back from vacation, we're going to roll out a new capability. The capability is to search through hundreds of millions of LinkedIn profiles and search through their about sections. So Rick, check this out. Rick, this is crazy. On LinkedIn, you can't specifically search through someone's about section. If I want to network with people, you can't just automatically search through somebody's about section. You could search on LinkedIn and hopefully things come out. But if I want to search in LinkedIn just for someone's about section, and I want to instantly get something I call the Calendly hack. By the way, if you want my 99 hacks, type in want 99 in the chat. If you have the 99 hacks already, say have 99. We charge $1,000 for our 99 hacks, but for anyone on this webinar, we're going to charge you just $99 for it. So you pay $99, you get all my 99 hacks. But I'm going to give you one for free right now, okay? So if you have it, say I have it. If you want it, say I want it. Again, we charge $1,000 for the hacks. I'm going to give it to everyone for just $1 a hack. 99 hacks, $1 a hack. So check this out. Here's a hack. You search the word Calendly on LinkedIn. You guys ready for this one? And you will find every single person on LinkedIn that has a Calendly link, which means they gave you permission to book a meeting on their calendar. Now, if you're looking for scuba divers, and you find 1,000 scuba divers with a Calendly link on their profile, and you book yourself 1,000 meetings for the next year, you never have to work again. You're good to go. Now, a percentage of those people will be like, why are you booking a meeting? Da, 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 da. That's where Evie AI comes in. We'll give you the reason to book a meeting where they would want to talk to you. That's where the training, the strategy, all that comes in. And you might say, Joe, where do I find 5,000 people that I can book a meeting right away on Calendly? Well, the answer is we have something called a directory inside Evie AI, and we keep adding new lists to our directory. So if you click on Find Prospects and Directory, there's a list called Calendly link in the About section, Rick. And every one of these people have a Calendly link in the About section. And we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you can get right away, even if you're not on LinkedIn. And we're building agents right now that will automatically book people, that will automatically do this for you. We're building agents that will automatically, you'll tell me I want to meet recruiters. I'll find every recruiter with a Calendly link and just book you solid. You tell me I want 1 meeting a day, done. 5 meetings a day, done. 20 meetings a day, done. You can't handle 20 meetings a day. You're going to have a heart attack. So we're probably not going to let you do that. But we'll let you do as many as you can handle. By the way, how many meetings do you want a day? How many meetings do you want a day? I like 5 a day. That 5 15-minute meetings a day is like the sweet spot for me. But if you're not having 1,000 conversations a year with people that can refer you business, that's why you're not getting business. That's why you're not getting business. And if you're not adding value in each conversation through my greeting, feeding, and meeting system, that's why you're not getting business. So if you don't have a strategy and you need a strategy, we're happy to help you with a strategy. We usually sell each thing separately. We usually sell the strategy separately, the community separately, the training separately, and the technology separately. But for everyone that's on this call right now, we have a special deal called the bundle, where we bundle everything in together. And we only really want to work with one person on this call, because we don't want to work with everybody. We want to work with the right people. You get what I'm saying? So if you're the right person that wants to make $100,000 a year and you want the bundle where we bundle everything in together, just write bundle in the chat and we'll look you up. And we'll see if you're the right person for us. Again, it's not for everybody. And we have many dozens of people and we're happy to give everyone free information. But having free information and investing in your own training, strategy, community, technology for a year, where a team will meet with you every day, twice a day, support you, hold your hand like we do for Joe Mitchell, like we do for Rick Clody, like we do for Bobby, like we do for all of our clients, like Lance. Hold your hand for a year to help you make $100,000 in profit. That's something that most people can't handle. They can't handle actually making the money. They can handle complaining that they don't have the money and not wanting to invest in it. But if it's something that you really, really want, and you're qualified and you're willing to make a small investment to give you a 20x return on investment, then write bundle in the chat and we'll look into you and we'll see. It's not about the cost, it's about the ROI. Somebody said, what's the cost? The cost is of you not doing it is $100,000. And the cost of the bundle is 20 times less than that. Think about that. So when you invest in the bundle, you get a 20x return on investment. So the cost for you of not doing it is it's costing you $100K of not doing it. Of doing it, it's 20 times less than that. So think about that. That's the calculation. It's not rocket science. And we're also not selling it to everyone. It's not something that we sell to. It's something you're invited to join if you're serious about growing your business and making $100K. You have to be really serious about it, and not everybody's serious about it. Also, some people hate to be sold. I learned this. Some people hate to be sold. It's because they have a bad relationship with sales. I was sitting in an Uber with my brother and my father yesterday. I want you guys to hear this story. This is crazy. And a guy calls me up. He's like, hello, is this Joe? I'm like, yeah, this is Joe. He's like, Joe, I'm calling from da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, listen, can we slow down for a second? Can we slow down? He's like, yeah. I was like, I have a question for you. He's like, okay, what's your question? Now, I took control over the conversation with that question, right? Because he's like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, listen, I have a question. Can I ask you a simple question? I said, how do you spell your first and last name? Because I want to Google you. He's like, oh, you can't find me on Google. I'm not a Google. I'm like, okay, I get it. But I need to know who I'm talking to because you could be a cyber criminal trying to take my money. You know, I'm very, 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 very wealthy. I'm probably the wealthiest person you'll ever talk to in your life. You know, because the people in the United States, they have more money than people in wherever the country is that he called me from. God knows where, right? Nigeria, wherever he's calling me from. So I'm giving you my attention, but I need you to tell me what company you're calling from and spell it out for me so I could look into it. So he spells out the company name. He's sitting there playing my game. I type in the name of the company. I find out that the CEO of the company lives in San Diego. And I was like, is John the CEO of your company? He's like, yes. I said, excellent. I said, today's your lucky day. He's like, why? He's like, because you called because you thought you were going to get a client. What I want to do for you is I want to send you 100 clients. He's like, how are you going to send that? I was like, well, you're going to get the CEO. You're going to give me his cell phone number right now. I actually have it here if you want it. But you're going to loop your CEO on the phone right now, and we're going to have a conversation with your CEO to see if he can get you a license of Evie AI. He's like, that sounds very compelling. He's like, that sounds very compelling. He's like, I'm interested. I was like, I know you're interested, but you're like low on the totem pole and you can't make any decisions. So can you get John on the phone right now? He's like, let me check. He tries to get John on the phone. John doesn't pick up the phone. I was like, if John doesn't pick up his phone for his own employees that desperately need Evie AI, I don't know that I even want to do business with John. Because how are you going to be successful if the CEO is not available for his own employee? Like if Jen picks up the phone and calls me right now, or Tammy calls me, you know what's going to happen? You guys have seen this, right? Tammy calls me, I pick up the phone. Why? And Tammy's my business partner. But Jen, Christine, Laurie, James, any of my people, any of the people on this call, Habiba, Nathan, Ash, anyone that's on here that picks up the phone and calls me, if they're my employee or they're my client, I stop what I'm doing and I pick up the phone. Why? Why do I do that? Because I value my relationships. I value my employees. I value my relationships. Not everyone does that. So I could tell right away that John was not the right client for me. And I told him the following. I said, I can't do business with you. I'd love to do business with you. I'd love to send you 100 clients. But I can't do business with you unless John calls my cell phone. So here's what I'm going to do for you. John didn't pick up your call. So I'm going to text John right now. And I'm going to tell him on the phone with John, with a different John. I'm on the phone with a different John, with one of his employees. And if he wants 100 clients, he should call me. So I texted John. John did not respond. I sent him a message on LinkedIn. He did not respond. I also said, listen, I'm going to email him. I sent him an email. And I said, I noticed that you haven't posted on LinkedIn in 11 months. That's an embarrassment. I said, I'm teaching a class tomorrow on how to network and how to build relationships. And you have to post at least once a week. Post once a week. And you haven't posted in 11 months. That means you really don't care about your business and you don't care about your exposure and referrals. But I care about your business, so I'm educating you, training you, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. If you want me to write a year's worth of posts for you for free, I'm happy to do it for you. Give me a call. Here's my cell phone number. And I put my cell phone number like I'm putting it on the chat. Here you go, 917-865-7631. You're going to be like, Joe, you serious? You just put your cell phone number, your most prized possession, in the chat? I want everyone to do the same thing. Try it. Put your cell phone number in the chat. But a lot of you will not have the courage to do that because you're afraid somebody might call you and buy something from you. Some of you are afraid of people buying things from you. Put your cell phone number in the chat and stop being embarrassed of having people call you because you can turn it around by asking the right questions. The person who asked the questions is in charge of the conversation. The Uber driver that listened to this and my father and my brother were laughing their ass off. They're like, we cannot believe that people call you and you get leads from people calling you. I was like, I'm on Facebook all day filling out forms. I love when people call me. Call me all day. Call me. I love leads. It's the best way to get clients, no? It's the best way to get clients. You go to your prospects' websites and you fill out a form saying you're interested. You're interested. And they all call you. And you'd be like, no, I want to send them 100 clients. Are you looking for clients or not? And I'm willing to write your post for free. No charge. No charge. You haven't been doing it. Have you been doing it? No, you haven't. So no charge. If you also want a strategy, I charge 10 grand. If you also want community, I charge 12 grand. If you also want technology, I charge 6,000 per user per year. I charge a lot. It's very expensive. Not for Scott Mesh because he wants the bundle. For Scott Mesh, I'm going to give him a special deal. He's going to go to thebundleplus.com. He's going to see the deal. It's only available for Scott Mesh and maybe one other person if they're qualified. I know Scott Mesh is a brother from another mother. He's qualified. He's in Entrepreneurs Organization. He's a multi-million-dollar successful entrepreneur, dear friend. I'll do anything for Scott Mesh. I'll even give him a copy of my book, High Energy Networking. A signed copy. I published 5 books since you gave me that book. And I'm about to publish the next one called High Energy Prompting. I'm very excited about that one. How to get anything you want in life when you ask the right questions. High Energy Prompting. Very powerful. So, we're done in 10 minutes. My son is standing here. He just came from Israel. So when I flew, I took a red-eye flight with my brother. We landed in JFK. We landed at the same time that my son landed from Jerusalem. He went to Israel for a month to spend a summer with his friends by the Temple Mount and then in Sfas up north in the mountains. He didn't have a phone to be off the grid, hiking, connecting with the spirituality of Israel. So we landed at the same time, but it took him a time to get through immigration. So I quickly drove my brother to Brooklyn, dropped him off at home, and then went and picked up my son again, and then we came here. And now my other son is coming from Detroit. He spent the summer in Detroit with a bunch of boys. And my son's like, Dad, we got to go back to Brooklyn. So I'm like, 10 minutes. I love you very much, 10 minutes. But before this, I was teaching him how to use Claude Code to build his own infrastructure and AI employees. So I'm sitting here teaching my children how to build businesses that can generate $1 billion in revenue with AI employees. Now, if anybody here wants an AI employee to work for them, we have an AI employee that you could hire inside Evie AI. And it has one function. His function is to write posts for you. So as one of the last gifts I'm going to give everybody here is I'm going to give you this gift. It's very generous of me. The AI is going to come up with a strategy, and I'm also going to show you my strategy, and then I'm going to show you the AI employee. So just a hint, when you log into Evie AI, you click on workflows, and then you could have the AI build out a full workflow. Like, for example, it build me out a post for every single Friday called Friday Inspiration. And then it creates a post with my image, with a quote from me, designed in my brand, and it basically just publishes it automatically for me. See that? So the AI employee does this automatically for me every single Friday, and then you could set it, you can decide how you want it to do it, and it kind of just does it. And we have other AI employees that do other stuff. For example, if I want to look up Scott Mesh over here, I'm going to pull up his profile. It's going to ask me, do you want to save and organize Scott Mesh's profile? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to save him as EO. Okay, EO New York. I'm going to press save. You see that I just saved him here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up here, and you're going to see I don't have much information about Scott here yet. So I'm going to copy information from his contact info section. Oops, I don't know what happened over there. It just clicked. I by accident clicked on something. I'm going to click on contact info here. I'm going to copy some information from here just like this. Copy. And then I'm going to press add a note and just add all the information as a note. Now, there's no email there, so I'm going to enrich it from my database of 280 million people. I'm going to say go through the database and try to find his email address inside the database. At the same time that it's doing that, I'm going to say, why don't you research him online? Okay? So it found a bunch of emails, a bunch of phone numbers, a bunch of cell phone numbers. It found a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go through it after and see which one I like. But I'm going to have an AI agent go through this and find everything there is to know about him, his target market, who he's looking to work with, what he offers, what he's doing. You see that? Are you a top grading coach? Is that you? Oh my God, he's a top grading coach. That's amazing. I'm going to go here. I'm going to delete this email. I'm going to clear this one. I'm going to add his top grade. Is this your actual email? Scott.mesh@topgrading? He's like, kind of. Not really. I got my Los Niños ones, which is better. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I usually use Los Niños.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, that one I have in my contacts. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to press copy. I'm going to copy all this amazing information that it gave me. And these little AI employees, they go off and they basically search the entire internet. Scott, everything there is to know about you is already in here. You see? Everything there is to know. I consume this. I know everything from the internet. I don't have to rely on LinkedIn. It gives me your website, what you're doing. You see that? Beautiful, right? Shows me everything, who you worked with, what they said about you. Gives me all your top favorite books and favorite thought leaders. And by the way, Scott, we now have the list of the 5,000 fastest growing companies in America from 2026, 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2017, basically every list. And we give it away to all of our Bundle Plus clients as a bonus. When they click on directory, they get the list. And inside the list, it tells you every CEO's revenue, where they were on the list, their 3-year growth, their employee growth, where they were previously on the list, yes or no, what year they were on the list, the technology stack that they're using, an AI summary of them, a description, basically everything. And if they posted recently on LinkedIn, we give you an AI agent that will comment on their post. So this guy over here, 5 years in a row, he was on the Inc. 5000. You see? I'm going to go in here and I'm going to comment on his post. You see? 5 years in a row is rare. You see? It says a lot about consistency and real execution. Congrats, the team. So now I'm going to go to his profile, and I'm going to click on more. I'm going to click on connect, and I'm going to add a note. Marcus, congratulations on 5 years on the list. That's super impressive. I'm so proud that I've been on the list as well, and I love seeing CEOs that are crushing it. Let's connect. Okay? I just sent him a connection request. Now, let's get into something that I really wanted to share dearly with you guys before we wrap up over here. We're almost going to wrap up now. But I want to share something that I wanted to share dearly with you guys, which is there are different levels to the game. There's the person who's absent. In the chat, write absent. There's the lurker. The lurker is logging in. Absent, you're not logging in. Lurker is you're logging in, but you're not taking action. Networker is you're taking action, but you're dabbling. You're doing it in spurts. You don't have an AI agent consistently working for you. You don't have an AI employee doing things every day for you. And you're an influencer. You're posting, engaging, and doing all the right things. So which one are you? Are you absent, lurker, networker, or influencer? Let me know in the chat. If you're absent, you need awareness around the benefits of LinkedIn. If you're a lurker, you need a strategy. If you're a networker, you need accountability. And if you're an influencer, you need clients. And this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is the path to success with Evie AI. The path is step number 1 is you need a business plan, a marketing plan, and a LinkedIn plan. Step number 2 is you need the right ICP, the right target market. You need to make sure you have the right centers of influence and you have the right engaged communities of people. Then you need to make sure that you have the right promise, the right pains, goals, dreams, and fears and questions of your ideal clients. Then you need to make sure that you're telling stories, because features tell, stories sell. Remember the story I told you about my father, my brother, and all that? Remember that? There's so many stories that I tell constantly. Then there's your profile, optimizing your profile, making sure you have a really, really, really solid profile, just like Joe Mitchell has. Making sure you have great systems in place, the right templates, the right lists, the right frameworks, like the Inc. 5000 list. Who are the 100 people on the Inc. 5000 2026 list that are Scott Mesh's ideal clients for his coaching business? Who are they? We know who they are already. AI knows. We just have to give you the list and help you figure out who's on the list and give you the contact information of all those CEOs with their emails and cell phone numbers and boom, 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 tell you what to say, now get in the door. Get referrals to them. And then exposure. Exposure is about getting that level of exposure, making sure that you're posting at least once a week. Most people are not posting once a week. If I look at your recent activity on LinkedIn and you just shared something from somebody else, that's good, but it's not great. If you want to go from good to great, it's a famous book. It might even be one of your top 20 books. If you want to go from good to great, what you need to do is make sure that you have an AI employee post for you. And don't worry, Scott, we'll write posts for the next year for you. We'll sit down, write all your posts, come up with all your graphics, and then we'll schedule it out for you so you don't have to deal with it. That's part of the bundle. That's all part of the bundle plus. And if you have employees that work for you, we'll also give them licenses to do the same thing with you. You get what I'm saying, Scott? We'll bundle everything in for you, so you don't have to worry about paying extra for stuff. And we'll download your 4,572 followers and organize them into lists. So that's part of the systems. If you guys don't have this system over here, I'm going to show you my analytics in a second. These are my analytics. I have 29,000 connections, 20,000 decision makers. I break everything down by year. You see, 2018, that's when Microsoft paid for Google. I started really taking it seriously then. I added 5,800 people that year. You see? CEO and founders. Those are my most popular people that I'm connected to. I'm very connected in EOS worldwide. Mostly males, but lots of females too. 21%, 5,900 females I'm connected to. And then I got my labels. I'm organizing my connections. I play a game called The Sort. And this is part of the people that get our strategy. Part of the system is making sure you understand who do you know and who do you not know. If I know the person, like this guy I know very, 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 very well. You see? I know this guy very, very well. You see? So what I do is I build a relationship with him. So I say I know him and he's open for intros. You see, he works with family offices over $100 million. You see? So I want to send him a message. Dude, it's been a while since we last connected. Can you give me a call if you get a chance? My cell phone number is 917-865-7631. You see that? I literally just sent him a message to give me a call. I know him. I have a relationship with him. So I'm going to go over here. This person over here, I know her. I have a relationship with her. This person, I'm not sure if I know. I don't know him. I'm impressed I don't know. But I would like to get to know him, so I'm going to send him a message. Your profile's super interesting. I'd like to get to know you better. Are you open for networking? You see that? I'm asking if he's open for networking. Straight up. Now, I could also pick up the phone and call him. If I have his phone number, I have his email address, but Evie AI will give me his phone number. I could do AI research on the guy. Build a relate. Now, Elon K, I don't even know if this person is a real person. Self-employed, doesn't look like he's doing anything. He has 17,000 connections. I already disconnected from him. You see that? So I'm just going to write, I don't know. Mendel Klein, certified life coach from Klein's Coaching. So I go through this and I figure all this out. I figure out who these people are. 7,000. Wow, it's so impressive they have 7,000 followers on LinkedIn. Are you leveraging it properly and getting enough connections with people, with the right people? Okay, I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to see he has a what? A website. So I go to his website. This is what I do. I go to his website and I book a discovery call. You see? I book a discovery call. Just like that. I'm actually interested in helping you leverage LinkedIn better. So if you want to book a call with me, call my cell. You have 7,000 connections and I really want to help you out. So let me know if you want to chat. Okay? One of these things? Not sure. Next. I'm actually literally filling out a form on his website. Do you guys understand what I just did? I want to help him. If he needs my help, that is guaranteed to come to him because that's his client acquisition system. I jumped into it. You see me doing this. You see me doing it live. This is how I build relationships with people. Now, if I do this 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, 100 times a year, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to end up getting clients, and I'm going to end up generating $100,000 in profit. And I've been doing that successfully for decades. Decades. And I teach my employees to do it. So if I have 10 employees that are each generating $100,000 in profit for me, how much profit did my business generate? Think about that. I want you to think about that for a second. It's all about math. It's all about math. That's how you get onto the Inc. 5000. That's how you get on to be one of the fastest growing companies in America. But for you, you might just want 100K. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to do that. My team will meet with you every day, twice a day for a year, support you, guide you, and help you be able to take your life and your business to the next level. Now, my son's like, we need to leave in the next 3 minutes. Please make sure you finish this webinar in the next 3 minutes. You already brushed your hair. You already have your beautiful purple EVAI shirt on. Dad, you have 3 minutes left. So in the next 3 minutes, I want to know from you guys, what was the biggest thing that you got from this class? My car keys are on the table. They're not in my pocket. They're on the table. Find it. Biggest thing you got from this class. And by the way, we do these classes regularly for our clients. At least once a week, there's some type of educational program. But what's the biggest thing? Scott Mesh said the biggest thing for him is EVAI might be my jam. Awesome. Be my jam. We're literally, Scott, we're going to sit with you. We're going to hold your hand. And we're going to help you put 100K in your pocket this year. That's what we're going to do for you. And the only thing we're going to ask you for is to be one of the 500 clients that have left us a written testimonial on my LinkedIn profile. That's all. Just that's all we ask for. Like Rick. Rick gave me a tip. Rick said, Joe, did you know if I've refreshed the profile? I sent him a refresh request. So he's going to go find that refresh request, and he's going to refresh my testimonial. He's going to say, Joe, I generated $100,000 in profit as a recruiter from EVAI, and it's going to show up on my number one recommendation on LinkedIn. It's going to refresh to the top because Rick's an expert in our community. Rick also took our Claude Code Masterclass and created his own AI employees. Very smart man. You should talk to Rick. Very, very smart man. Rick put his cell phone number in the chat. What's my point about this whole thing? My point about this entire thing is that getting referrals is not hard if you have the right strategy, the right accountability, the right training and community, and the right technology that will save you time. When I get on the phone with somebody, I have 1,000 conversations a year. When I get on the phone with someone, I push a button, my agent finds everything about the person. I know exactly what to talk to them about. I know what questions to ask. I know what to say. I have all their contact information. That saves me a decade of time for across 1,000 people. Now, you don't need to do it across 1,000 people to make 100K. But if you talk to 1,000 people over the course of the year, I promise you, if you had a good offer, you'd get lots of referrals, make a lot of money. Most people are not having even 20 conversations a year. I speak to people that are suffering. I talked to a woman yesterday. She called me up. She's like, Joe, I'm homeless. I'm literally homeless. I'm like, okay. First of all, take a deep breath. I'm sorry for your loss. How long have you been homeless? She said 5 years. I said, how many conversations do you have a day? She's like, I don't have a computer. I don't have LinkedIn. I don't know what to do. I was like, you can get LinkedIn from your phone, right? He's like, it's too complicated for me. I can't handle it. So I said, what are you going to do? She's like, I need the government to help me. I was like, I'm not the government. I can't help you with that. If you want to learn how to use LinkedIn, I can teach you. I have a class called LinkedIn 101, and you can get LinkedIn 101 for almost nothing, for a penny. So I was like, I don't even have a penny. I was like, so how are you on the phone with me? She's like, I borrowed a friend's phone. I was like, well, good luck. Maybe borrow money from a friend and ask them if you could invest $100,000 in building a business. She's like, I can't handle being in debt, $100,000. I can't handle that. I was like, okay, well then good luck, and hopefully you find a meal some today, and you have a good life, and maybe I'll see you in a different life. Toodaloo. Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? People that pay attention. You got to invest in yourself. I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal development. And so people that pay attention. You got to invest in yourself. If you need support, you have my cell phone number. It's in the chat. It's also on LinkedIn. Text me. Let me know that you enjoyed this. I want to support you. If you're serious about making $100K in profit this year, I'm here for you. I got to go pick up my son. So toodaloo. Thank you for being here. Love you guys very much. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Boom. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
eventually we want to get acquired, but we want to really, really like customer experience top, 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 top. So we already hit $1 million revenue, but to get to 10 million, you gotta have deep retention, deep referral. Authors, speakers, those are the people that we really want to work with. And my vision is to have 2,000 people like really holding each other's hands. We're going to start with 1,000, really holding each other's hands and supporting each other deeply. And that's kind of like where we're on our way. We're on our way. We have hundreds and hundreds of happy clients. Many of them are on the phone today. And they just keep coming for sales right now. spend 5 minutes every day looking at your network and organizing your network and all that type of stuff. But somebody else needs to